You know what's interesting? I remember in the beginning of Teams, I don't know if you could still do it. You could put a picture up, any picture you wanted as a background, and then click blur, and it would blur that picture. Welcome back to the Microsoft Teams experience, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite features is the background blur, and we might even chat a little bit about background images too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so I like the feature. You can see I've got the background blur up here right now. Um, you know what's interesting? I remember in the beginning of Teams, I don't know if you could still do it. You could put a picture up, any picture you wanted as a background, and then click blur, and it would blur that picture.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it still does it, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, the background blur to me is a great feature, especially if you're presenting and it's a lot of people work from home and whatnot, and you're out there at a coffee shop or you're at home, you got 20 kids running around behind you or 10 dogs or something's going on in the background, right? So what it
Mhm.
does is it blurs it and allows people just to focus on you instead of all that I guess we can call it visual noise in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's you like the blur background feature or no?
Oh, yeah. I like it. I use it all the time, especially because I'll use it actually when I'm in the office a lot because where I sit, I'm like right kind of near a doorway. So you could see people passing back and forth. And just like you said, if I'm presenting, like, I don't want them to be distracted or get like, sick from someone moving around behind me. So, the blur, it makes it a little bit more professional in my opinion too, because then it's
Yeah.
just, you
Otherwise,
know.
you get people in the background holding up signs, saying things. You have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, we want coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, crazy. So, uh, one of the things when I was looking up some information about the Microsoft background blur that I noticed is I wanted to find out if it was available on all applications. And we had talked about this in a previous video that we did, but it's available on the phone, the mobile app, but it's
Mhm.
not available yet on the browser app. I'm
Mm-mm.
not sure why. Seems like it'd be a pretty easy feature to add to the functionality of it, but
Yeah, that would definitely be nice because I mean, in my opinion, you'd probably would be accessing the web browser to meet just like this. If you're hopping on to meet with someone, you're turning your camera on, you definitely would like that feature.
yeah, I agree. Now, have are you one of these people that uploads a whole bunch of different like customized backgrounds for your video chats or no?
Oh, well, I have a few. I have the nice ones that you created, the solution system ones, which you can kind of see behind me. And I've definitely played around with a lot of them. They have a lot of fun ones.
Yeah,
I really like the Galaxy one. I'm
yeah,
a
it's
huge
pretty
like
cool.
space nerd, so like
Oh, really?
yeah, I love space. So like the fact that I can just be like floating in the cosmos, it's like,
That's
woo.
awesome. You got to check out. We did a remote workforce video, which kind of mimics like Star Wars or whatnot.
Oh,
So
really?
you got to check it out. Yeah, you might like it. It's not too long, but yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I love all the different background videos. That'd be kind of cool now if you could put a background video.
Yeah.
Like trees are swaying in the back as you're talking or whatnot. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm like you. I love all the different backgrounds. I did upload a bunch of different ones. We were talking about it earlier, but for some reason they've disappeared from my computer, and just haven't had a chance to re-upload them.
Hmm.
In the beginning of like the pandemic, a few of us were doing like lunchtime calls or whatnot. So I'd always upload something different just to have some fun with it. You know what I mean? Maybe a
Yeah.
picture of myself
Oh, I love that.
right behind. That'd be great. Oh, too funny. Anything else you want to mention about the beautiful background blur that I did not mention?
No, like you said, like that's that nice layer of kind of like, giving yourself the focus when you're doing the presentation.
Yeah.
I guess the only other thing I would want to add is, and it kind of is in combination with the background blur, the background, just setting a background, is that you also have the option for blacking out background noise. So if you
Oh,
go into your device settings, at least on the desktop app, you do have the option for noise suppression. So I work in an area with 4 other people. We're always on the phone. I have my noise suppression on high so that if someone's talking behind me, hopefully you don't hear them with me.
Yeah, you
Um,
sound very clear. So it's working out well. I also have my noise suppression set to high.
yeah. It especially 'cause when I do work at home, I have a dog, so, you don't need to hear him trouncing around everywhere, so
And I've noticed that the noise suppression in Teams works really well as opposed to like my noise suppression with I have headphones too that have
mhm,
noise suppression on it. But for some reason, when that's really activated, it kind of cuts out my speaking voice unless I speak really loud.
yeah.
So with Teams, it works a little bit better in my opinion.
Yeah, and I've had the same exact experience where I have, like, the wireless Bose headphones, and
Yeah.
people will constantly tell me if I'm just on a phone call with them that they're hearing the person behind me louder than they're hearing me, and then I hop on
Really?
Teams, and they're like, "Oh, I can hear you perfectly," and I'm like, "Noise suppression."
Yeah. These supposed to be great headphones are not working. This is
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. So,
I've
but
had to
all
put,
right.
like,
Oops.
the mic, like, up against my mouth, like, "Can you hear me now?"
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how it works, some don't. Um, I'm using a Yeti Blue mic and right now, and these just to hear, a little bit clearer, turn it up loud instead of turn it up loud for the whole world to hear. But
Mhm.
yeah, I love Teams. It works great, especially when you can customize all the different sound options and whatnot. So rock and roll. All right then. I think we covered it all, huh?
Yeah.
All right. We will talk to everybody later.
Sorry.